live. We are live. Welcome to the Aaron L Show. This show is going to be about stocks, the stock market, basically. Um, this is going to be about the stock market. I just got through watching Kathleen Woods, which is one of my famous investors that I like to watch. I try to model a lot of the moves I make in the stock market, kind of how she sees everything. I also watch Warren Buffett. Just listen to his message. A lot of different speeches Warren Buffett talks about. And I watch Kathleen Woods a whole lot. This is the Aaron L Show. Tonight is going to be about technology. It's Wednesday, August 21st. I am trying to get in the rhythm to where I go live every night. It's going to be different times. I'm going to try to work on getting my times down packed where it's a little earlier so I can get a lot more people involved in my lives. But we are live, and tonight we're going to be talking about disruptive technologies. I just got through watching Kathleen Woods. Like I said, I follow a lot of her information that she talks about when it comes to the stock market. I watch Warren Buffett, and I watch a lot of people that talks about the stock market, the ways you should invest your money, and the things that you should do to make passive income, and the things you should do to build a solid portfolio. So what I want to talk about is the message that Kathleen Woods had when she was talking, and she was talking about disruptive technologies. And she was basically just saying, like disruptive technologies is kind of the way I understood it is to where disruptive technologies is where how when we had cassette tapes, if you're old enough to remember cassette tapes, when they came out with CDs, the CDs made cassette tapes obsolete. There was no more cassette tapes once they came out with CDs. So when you're invested on the stock market, Kathleen Woods is saying basically that there's other disruptive technologies that's going to come out that's going to change certain things that's on the market. They're going to not be there anymore. So I'm just getting on here tonight just to say that I kind of watched her talk, and just hear what she think. Just like she still loves Tesla. It's a lot of people say that the Tesla stock is overvalued, but Kathleen Woods is looking at Tesla more than just the automotive company. She looks at it as a technology company, which is kind of hard to look at because if you look at Tesla, a lot of people, we just look at Tesla as if it's a company that makes cars. But if you really look at Tesla, they have an energy storage company within that car company. So, I've seen a lot of people, they're buying the Tesla battery packs, put them in their garage for stored energy. So it's a lot of things about Tesla that's more than just an automotive company, and she always, Kathleen Woods is with ARK Invest. So she always hang her hat on saying that Tesla is going to have robotic taxis, to where that they collect data with every car, every Tesla that's driving on the market, every Tesla that's driving on the road is collecting data. And with that data is going to help the automotive driving part of the Tesla vehicle to drive by itself. So the information that they're picking up from driving the Teslas every day, the average person that's just driving a Tesla every day, Tesla is actually keeping that data, which is going to help the robotic taxi. So, when she talks about what she feels like Tesla stock price is going to be, she really don't talk about stock price. She more talk about market cap. And she feel like the market cap is going to be in the 50 to hundreds to 200 trillion. And I mean, when you hear stuff like that, it makes you go, as a person who works every day and you looking to take your money from your job and maybe put it on the stock market and make a smart investment, you start to look at Kathleen Woods when she's saying stuff like that. I mean, you talking about 50, 100, 150 trillion. You talking about Tesla stock, if I'm not mistaken, it's about $225 a share right now. You talking about, without any stock splits, Tesla stock could be in the 5, 6, 7, 8,000 range, somewhere like that. So it's like that's a major opportunity for somebody who's looking to invest their money. So she just saying disruptive technologies. And then she started to talk about genome therapy DNA sequencing, and she gets real deep when she talks. That's why when Kathleen Wood starts to talk, I kind of pay attention because she's talking about genome therapy and DNA sequencing and stuff like that, saying that they could, it's companies that will take your DNA and look into your DNA. Let's say you have stage 1 cancer, these companies are going to be able to go in your genomes and find which one of your genes has mutated into cancer and be able to eliminate that cancer. So at the end of the day, she's saying that these are disruptive technologies, and I'm just really paying attention to her and just seeing how she think. Because sometimes you have to think outside of the box, and you have to be a forward thinker. You don't always want to have to see something to believe it. Sometimes you have to believe in what's coming. And I think that's one thing about Kathleen Woods that I really like about her is she's a forward thinker. So she got into Tesla and talked about Tesla with the energy side of Tesla, the robotic taxis. She talked about the energy storage, and she talked about just the car sales, and how cheap the car sales is going to be. I got to watch her a little more and get it down packed. I really wanted to take down some notes so that I can come on here and be a lot sharper. But she talks about Wright's law, for every thing that you sell, if you multiply the sales, it brings the price down. I really don't have it down packed, so don't mark me, guys. But like I said, I want to get my paper and be a lot sharper. But I did kind of understand where she was going with some of the stuff she was saying. And she was just saying about disruptive technologies and just talking about Tesla. And this stock is going to be massive. If you look at the stock market and you invest in the stock market, then that Tesla has already done multiples. For people who stuck with this stock throughout thick and thin, this stock has done multiples, and she feel like this stock hasn't even scratched the surface. So going forward, like I said, I'm Aaron. This the Aaron L Show. I'm a local truck driver in California. Going forward, I have to build up my Tesla portfolio. That's the main thing I'm going to do right now. I'm going to work on building up my Tesla portfolio because just listening to Kathleen Woods, it just makes me truly believe that what Tesla is trying to do, it haven't even scratched the surface. This company sells cars. They're in the energy storage business, which is starting to be massive. I mean, everywhere we go in California now, you pull up to a grocery store, you have a bunch of people charging up their Teslas. So that side of this company is going to be massive. And then you have to turn around and look at Tesla. If Tesla can get the automated driving system down packed where Tesla can drive itself, then you look at Tesla maybe taking over a company like Uber or Lyft, because Uber and Lyft already have the people that need those services. And then instead of having humans picking you up, Tesla buy like Uber and Lyft and then turn around and put their cars on that platform driving automated. I mean, that's just massive. So it's just like a lot of the things I hear her talk about is kind of like forward thinking, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what, I have to believe in what I'm hearing because it makes sense. Disruptive technologies disrupt markets. And if you don't understand what disruptive technologies are, how many of I'm 45 years old, so I remember back when I was younger and used to have to get on the phone and call a taxi cab. And you would call that cab, you probably would call a cab 30, 45 minutes, an hour before you were actually ready to leave, because you knew once you called that cab, you were going to be waiting 30 minutes to an hour before that cab pull up. But now we have a service called Uber and Lyft. And you go online, you don't even have to talk to anyone. You go online, put your debit card on your phone, and an Uber's going to pull up within 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes before that. Sometimes if it's a lot of Uber in the neighborhood, you could push to get an Uber, and the Uber's pulling up in 2 minutes. So that's called a disruptive technology. And if you notice, once Uber and Lyft really got to going, I barely see taxi cabs. Even the times that I do see taxi cabs now, I be wondering to myself, how are they surviving? How did taxi cabs make it through the Uber and Lyft era? I'll give taxi cabs they credit if they're still surviving and it's people driving taxi cabs and generating money. I'll be surprised because Uber and Lyft was a disruptive technology that made taxi cabs almost obsolete. So, this is happening right in front of our eyes. And what we have to do as investors is we have to capitalize on stuff like that when we see it. Now I missed a train on Tesla because I worked near the Tesla plant in Fremont. And I remember that plant was General Motors. And I remember I used to drive past it every day because I'm a truck driver and I used to pass it on the freeway. And they have a scale right there at Auto Park Mall, right off the freeway. It's a scale. If you're a local truck driver in the Bay Area, you know exactly what scale I'm talking about, the Auto Park Mall scale. And a little bit before you get into Milpitas, you would see Tesla warehouse on the left-hand side. And I remember when that General Motors sign on the Tesla, on that General Motors sign on their warehouse changed over to Tesla. I remember that. And I remember seeing a few Teslas. And at that time, Tesla probably was about the low hundreds. From that time, I saw that warehouse change from General Motors over to Tesla. Tesla stock has went from low hundreds all the way up to 2000. They did a stock split and bought that stock back down about 300, and it ran back up to about 1500, and then they did a stock split and the stock is somewhere where it's at now. So if I was a forward thinker then, I probably missed about a 20x on Tesla. So it's like now that sometimes I hear Kathleen Woods talk and I see her just giving her opinion of disruptive technologies that they're doing their research on. She has a research team and they're doing their research on a lot of different companies. You know, Kathleen Woods like Zoom, and Zoom was a very popular stock during COVID. No one could come out the house. A lot of companies were still having meetings and doing business. So a lot of companies use Zoom and that stock has skyrocketed. And a lot of people who were investors that jumped on that and realized that that stock was actually going to be needed during COVID. I don't know if they made probably a 5 or 10x. And if any of you guys invest in the stock market, I'm pretty sure if you were part of Zoom when it made that run during COVID, you made a pretty penny. But since then, Zoom is not being used as much. So the stock has actually came back down to reality. But in reality, Zoom is a company that's really not going to go nowhere because I've had interviews with companies. I've had meetings with schools that just want the parents to get up on board with the new policies at the schools. And it's always a Zoom meeting. Hey, you have to click the link for the Zoom meeting. You have to click the link for the Zoom meeting. Interview. Hey, it's going to be on Zoom, face to face, not in person, and stuff like that. So a lot of companies, just because COVID is over, a lot of companies have not stopped using Zoom, even though the stock has plummeted. But I believe that if you make a small investment in Zoom, I believe little by little this company is going to start rising back up, and Zoom will be a smart investment. So going forward with me building my portfolio, I'm definitely going to put some Tesla in my portfolio. I'm definitely going to put some on top of Tesla. I really like Rivian. Rivian is like a sleeping giant. That's what I really feel like. I feel like Rivian is a sleeping giant. The stock is hovering around low 13s, high 12s. But that's a company that I really like, but I want to build a well-rounded portfolio. I like technology companies, the chip makers, AMD and NVIDIA. Like I said earlier, I think I said in one of my short videos, I like, and a lot of people are probably not paying attention, but Wingstop has been running lately. The stock Wingstop, if you look at Wingstop, what it's done for the year, if I'm not mistaken, Wingstop probably doubled you know, and companies like that. And then, I watch Netflix at the house and I'll be sitting back watching Netflix sometimes, and Netflix stock is pretty high. But I sit back and I think to myself that, Netflix is a solid platform. And when you look at all the other platforms like Apple TV, and all the other Disney and all other stuff. Yeah, they have their place on the streaming market, but I think that Netflix is dominating the streaming market. I don't know too many other companies that's dominating Netflix. So Netflix is a good company that I'm going to invest in. And that's one thing I do. And then when you go to then when I talk about Kathleen Woods, I have to talk about Warren Buffett, because these are the people that I idolize when it comes to investing, when it comes to just paying attention to the things that I need to do to be smart with my money. Now, Warren Buffett, one thing Warren Buffett says is, when there's blood in the street, he buy. And the one thing he means by that is when everybody is down on a stock, but it has to be a good company. But when everybody's down on a stock and it's going down, but he knows it's a good company, Warren Buffett buys. And when everybody's buying, he sells. And just sitting back listening to Warren Buffett, that's a smart way to think when it comes time to invest your money. And then when he talks about compound interest and all the things that he do, and that was one thing was my problem. And I'll tell you guys honestly, that's where I make a lot of my mistakes is I'm not patient. I do have an E-Trade account, but a lot of things that I do on the stock market is I would get on the stock market and I would work for 2 weeks or work for a month. And, after I pay my bills and do everything that I got to do with my money, I will take probably about $500 and I will put it on E-Trade. And the first thing I do is I want to play options, because it's more like gambling, and that's kind of how I did it, and a couple of times I bought some calls and I bought some puts and I made some pretty good money on the stock market like that. But when greed set in, you have to realize being greedy is not investing. Investing is a strategy, and it's calculated. You're looking at certain companies and you're looking at the things that they're doing and what they're selling in the business they're in, and you're making your decision off of that. And there's no hate on people who know how to look at the analytics of a stock and know when to buy a put and know when to buy a call, and know when to buy and know when to sell, and they make a profit off of that. There's nothing wrong with them doing that. But at the same time, my thing is once I saw the analytics to options, I really didn't see nothing. Me personally, this is just me personally giving my testimony, that I saw the way the money was flipping. I saw the money flipping, and the first thing I thought is, man, I'm about to try to come up. So whenever I work my 2 weeks, like I say, or my month, what I do is I'll take 400 or 500 and I'll put it on the stock market, which is E-Trade, the platform that I use. And for some reason, I just cannot. I don't know why I have a problem with this, but I just cannot buy the stocks and let the money sit. I don't know why my mind operates like that. I more try to look at the market and see what's going up or down. I don't know how to look at the analytics. I don't know how to look at the candlesticks. I mean, I look at a ton of videos and watch these guys explain to you how to do it. When are your trigger points to invest in certain stocks, how to watch the market and do all of this. But like I said, man, I always put my money on there trying to play with the options. But now I have to grow up and I have to realize I'm getting older. I can't put my money on the stock market and gamble. I can't, you know what I mean? And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with taking my money, putting it on the stock market and betting calls. Well, it's not even betting. I'm just buying calls and buying puts, and I'm basically on there gambling. I'm hoping that if the stock is going up, it continues to go up. And I'm hoping that if it's going down for the day, it continue to go down. And even when I buy a stock I get a call and the stock is going up, no matter what I make, I leave it on there too long because I'm being too greedy. I want double and triple. And I've heard people who invest on the stock market say, man, listen, when you buy a call or you buy a put, just try to take a base hit. Don't always try to get a home run. Meaning if you buy a call for $500, if it makes 125 off your 500, just sell the call, take the 125 off your 500 and look for the next play. But for some reason, I can't do that because in my mind, I'm thinking if it went up 125, it's going to go up 250, And if it goes up 250, now I'm looking for double. And it's just, the gambling side of it kicks in. And I think what the problem is with me is that it's just the lack of having finances, and you're just looking for that way out, a fast way out. So this is 2024. I'm a lot older, I'm a lot mature. So now that I realize where my mistakes is at, because sometimes you need to know yourself as a person, and I know myself as a person. When I put my money on the stock market, the one thing I do as a mistake is I try to put my money on options and gamble. This is the Aaron L show, man. We're talking about the stock market, just things to invest in. But right now, I'm just giving my testimony and my investment journey, and why I'm going to stay more disciplined, and how I'm going to build a solid portfolio going forward. I appreciate you guys if you hit the like button for me. But yeah, I just kind of was rambling on for a second, man, just giving my testimony about how I invest in the stock market, the mistakes that I made, and how I'm going to do going forward. So, I just got paid a couple of days ago, after paying bills and doing everything I had to do. School just started back. I got to get the kids a few things, but I think I'm going to be able to squeeze about 350 out my check. I get paid every 2 weeks. So I'm going to squeeze about 350. I'm not rich at all. I have to start from the bottom, but off my 350, I think I'm probably going to take probably 225 and buy me. No, I think I'm gonna take the whole 350, and I'm just gonna buy some shares of Rivian. That's the first move I want to make. And off that 350, I'm probably gonna be able to get, just thinking out of the head, I'm probably gonna be able to get probably like 23 shares maybe. But that's gonna be my first investment, and that's all I have on there, you guys. That's all I'm gonna have on there. My 350 I'm gonna put on there, and I'm gonna buy 22, 23 shares of Rivian. But I'm going to be disciplined this time and let it sit. When I get a desktop computer, I will be able to pull up my portfolio and show you guys, and I'll let you see my moves. If you guys have any stocks that you're doing, you in the hood. I'm for sure in the hood, man. Big hog. For sure I'm in the hood, man. I'm in the hood, man. For sure, man. I'm definitely in the hood, man. I stay right around the corner from the trap. You feel me? Yeah, but like I say though, man, but I don't live like that though. You know what I'm saying? I work every day, man. I'm here with my boys and my family, man. I don't live like that, man. But I know what time it is though. I ain't no fool though. You know what I mean? I ain't get where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? What's up? Long Beach. Oh yeah, no, I ain't in Long Beach. I'm in the Bay Area. But if you in Long Beach, man, shout out to Long Beach. We was just in LA. We was over there by Disneyland. My son was out there for a basketball tournament, the Coca-Cola Classic out there in LA. Shout out to all the kids and families that was out there. Benny Siegel. Okay, okay. I feel you, man. If I look like Benny Siegel, that's a good look, man. I respect y'all. Let's get the comments popping. Yeah, man, get the comments popping. I see y'all, man. I'm gonna keep it solid, man. Make sure you like the video for me, man. I would really appreciate it if you would apologize for the BLM riot, sir. Or the Black Lives Matter riots. Um, well, I mean, you got to realize too, though, right? I can't apologize for some people actions, because I wasn't part of that. So I don't want to put myself in a category, or you make me feel like I need to apologize for other people's actions. But like I say, let's stay to the stock market. Let's stay to the stock market. This is the conversation tonight. So what do somebody give me a stock. If you invest in the stock market, give me something that you invest in and why you invest in it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about the stock market. I don't want to get too much off the topic. Like I said, I was watching Kathleen Woods driving home from work, and she was talking about disruptive technologies. That's the conversation tonight. We talking about the stock market. We talking about disruptive technologies. Do you know a disruptive technology, or do you know a stock that's going to be a powerhouse stock that we should invest in, or we should watch out for? Because this is not financial advice. Let me state that first. This is not financial advice. So don't listen to nothing I'm telling you, and you go run out there and put your life savings on it, and then you say, hey, I heard Aaron on the Aaron L show say that I should invest in this company, and then you throw all your money on there and it don't work. And then you looking back at me feeling like I led you astray. No, 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 no. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that works for a trucking company, and I'm just letting you know over my time of going to YouTube University. That's where I went to. That's where I have my certificate from, YouTube University. And the information that I got is leading me in the direction of the stocks that I'm looking at. So, like I said, I was watching Kathleen Woods. She was talking about disruptive technologies, technologies that does things like the CD did to the cassette tape. That's what we're talking about. So if you have any stocks that you want to mention on here and the reason why you invest in them, I'm definitely looking for some advice. I understand that you're not a financial advisor neither. So if you give me some advice, I am taking your advice at my own risk. And if you guys listen to me put a stock on here that I feel is a stock that I want to invest in, and you invest in it, you're investing in it at your own risk. Send me some free stocks and give you. Oh yeah, I feel you, man. Who is that? Donut Killer. I see you, Donut Killer, man. That's a nice name right there, Donut Killer. Uh-huh. Yeah, but like I say, man, make sure y'all like the video, man. Give me some likes. I got 17 people in here, man. If y'all gonna jump on my live, man, y'all gonna jump on my live, man, and y'all gonna be trolling, man. Make sure y'all give me some likes, man, or I'm gonna ban you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you up out of here. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna jump on here and you gonna you wanna troll all in the comments, man, make sure you hit the like button so I can respect your mind. You know what I mean? I got 12 people in here and I only got 7 likes, man. That's not fair, man. So I see I ain't got nothing but a bunch of clowns in here watching my video, man. I want some people who educated, some people that want to talk about the stock market. I know it's kind of late, but when I get off work, man, this is what I like to do. I like to get out, get stuff off my mind that I've been thinking about. And I'm talking about Kathleen Woods, and I'm talking about Warren Buffett, the people that I follow when it comes to the stock market and a strategy plans on going forward, being a forward thinker and investing your money smart on the stock market. And I was going into a story about how, when I, was putting money on the stock market, I used E-Trade. But when I use the E-Trade platform, I usually would put my money on E-Trade and I would find myself putting the money on E-Trade and I would have looked at the market. I would have went to YouTube University. I would have listened to a lot of people that I know are not financial advisors, but I'm hearing what they're saying. I see the sense in what they're saying. And then I take my money out my check and I put it on E-Trade. Sometimes when you add your money on E-Trade, it doesn't log on immediately. It takes probably about 4 to 5 or 6 days for the money actually to be on the E-Trade account for you to actually make a move with the money. But once I get the money on E-Trade, for some reason, my mind goes from buying a stock that I have basically took time, researched, and realized I want to invest in this company to trying to flip the money on E-Trade doing options. This is what my mind started working. I have a street background and my mind always thinks to flip and double money. So when I put my money on E-Trade, I have my mind set on buying maybe one share of Apple and buying a couple of smaller stocks that I really like and just letting my 500 sit. But once I put my 500 on E-Trade, the next thing, I don't know why my mind does it, but my mind starts to think about flipping it because I hear, watching the TikToks, watching YouTubes, and these guys start talking about the analytics of buying calls and puts. And I realize, they say, hey, I'm making 20,000 a month. I might not have bought the guy course. I might don't even know how to actually buy calls and puts at a calculated rate and disciplined, get in and out, don't try to hit a home run every trade, you know, take base hits and bunts and little by little scratch away to the top. I hear them saying all of that when you put your money on there, man. But when I put my money on there, man, and I see the money start to double, I see the money start to go up. I might have put 500 on there and the call goes to 550, 575, 600. The first thing my mind thinks, man, is I want to get to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. I get too greedy, and that's my problem. So, now that I backed away from just investing, because I never was investing, I was actually gambling, and maybe it's just my mindset or I just got a gambling problem. I don't know what it is. I don't go to the casino. So I guess maybe I was using that as a way to gamble. But what I understand now is I had to step back away from all of that And but what I do is I still look at YouTube. I still watch Kathleen Woods. I still watch Warren Buffett. And I see the way the stock market is moving around. I saw Nvidia make that big run, and AMD look good. I hear them talking about artificial intelligence. I see how the electric car industry is going to disrupt the oil companies. I see everything kind of happening right in my face, and I'm realizing that now is the time for me to get into the stock market. This is the Aaron L. Show. I did not want to keep you guys on too long, but I'm definitely going to spit my spiel on what I feel I want to talk about. I got 14 people on my live, man. Give me some likes, man. Let's get them likes up to at least 10, man. Show me some love, you guys. Let me see. Get in early and you'll win. Exactly. I need to get in early, man. I appreciate that. New Level Auto. I appreciate that comment, man. Get in early and get out of there, man. Get in early. What stock are you talking about getting in early on? You got anything for me? Keep your eye out for. Let me see. Keep your eye out for a stock coming soon for a company called OG Connections LLC. Shared investor stock right now, but about to change. Exactly. New Level Auto. That's what I like. New Level Auto. You on topic. That's what I like. New Level Auto. I want somebody that's on topic, keeping it solid, man. And so we can have this conversation. Now, one thing I will say that I have been noticing, and if New Level Auto, I'm gonna talk to you because everybody else. Um, oh, okay. Big Hog say E-Trade ripped him off. Okay, Big Hog, I lost 20K in Dogecoin. Man, you know what? Dogecoin, you got to catch that rise, Big Hog. When it's running, it's time for you to get out. You got to look at what New Level Auto said. You got to get in early. And that be our problem sometimes. Like I said with my calls and my option trading I do, man. We always want to get into a stock when we hear everybody talking about it. That's too late. That's too late. You want to get into a stock when nobody's talking about the stock, when everything is quiet. You don't hear nobody mentioning the stock. And one thing I will tell you, and if anybody invests in the stock market, know the marijuana stocks, man. I say it's been quiet for about 2-3 years at least. I say probably 3-4 years ago, all they talked about was the marijuana stocks. And a lot of people made a killing on them stocks. If stocks hit the market, they were 50 cents a share. Stocks ran all the way up to $20+. People made a killing on the marijuana stocks. But now they all have went down. You don't hear nobody talking about them no more. And I think I don't know, because like I say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just going off of stuff I see on YouTube. And I remember about 3-4 years ago, the marijuana stocks, that's all everybody talked about. Now you don't see nobody hardly talking about them. And I think that that's a sleeping giant. It's an opportunity there somewhere. I believe it's an opportunity in the marijuana stocks. Guns and HO homes. Stocks is a loose of cash. Probably so, man. I'm not really for sure of that. But like I said, and I'm gonna tell you another one that's on my mind, man, so we can stay on topic. If you look at how Bitcoin has been rising, hit its all-time high, then it's crashing, a loss. Okay, I see you. So you said guns and ammo, homie, stocks is a loss of cash. Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot. Everybody have their weight, man. That's why I say everybody invests different. That's why you have 10 people that's investing in the stock market, 6 of them making money, 4 of them not, because everybody looks at the market different. Everybody attracts to different stocks at their own pace, and everybody understands the market different. So that's why sometimes I come on here on my platform and I talk about the stock market, and I just give you what I got. You throw something out there at me, man. If it makes sense, I'm gonna take a look at it. Or you my dad. See people. You know what? Hey, who is that? Wetback. Hey, Wetback, give me a like, Wetback. Come on, Wetback, keep it solid for me, bro. Give me a like. I'm at 7 likes, man. I should be able to go up to 8 off you, Wetback, because you done came on here catting off. He done came on here catting off. And then you gonna say no offense. I respect you, Wetback. Okay, that go my like. I respect you, Wetback. Yeah, but like I say, man, we definitely gonna And I know what wetback mean, man. I know what wetback mean. I'm from the hood, man. I know what time it is. I gave you a like. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. Give me a like, man. It's me. Yeah, more bamboo. I don't know what that mean, bro. But give me a like. If you gonna come on here catting off, man, give your boy a like, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Everybody who come on my comments catting off, make sure you throw me a like, man, and keep it solid, or you ain't solid. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna come into the comments trolling, go and throw a like on the channel, man, and subscribe to the channel. But we're gonna get back on topic, man. So like I said, if you paid attention to the Bitcoin market, Bitcoin shot up to an all-time high. If you watch the stock market, then you know that the Bitcoin mining stocks did not really coincide with that Bitcoin run. Did not coincide with that Bitcoin run. So at the same time, I've been looking at the Bitcoin mining stocks and I've been thinking to myself, I said, those Bitcoin mining stocks, they are due. If you invest in the stock market, then those Bitcoin mining stocks did not run up with Bitcoin. And I remember, I say about 3, 4, 5 years ago, when Bitcoin made that run, I think when it hit 17,000 was its all-time high, the Bitcoin mining stocks were running side by side with Bitcoin. Some of those mining stocks went from like $7, $8 a share all the way to like 80. People made money hand over fist on them Bitcoin mining stocks. But this next run, when Bitcoin went up to 70,000, the mining stocks barely even hit 30. I don't know if the company was taking profits or the stocks are manipulated or what was going on, but I noticed that the Bitcoin mining stocks did not run side by side with Bitcoin this last all-time high. So that's for everybody out there, man. This is not financial advice, but if you do invest in the stock market, take a look at the Bitcoin mining stocks because I believe it's something bubbling under the surface with those stocks, and they should be at a point where it's not going to be able to hold them down too much longer. So, like I said, I'm just getting on here talking about stocks and bonds. Do we got anybody with something for us? How old are you? I'm 22, man. Yeah, see, Wetback. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna rock it with you, Wetback. No matter what you say, man. You gave me a like. I hope it was you gave me the like. So I ain't got nothing to say, man. Y'all go in there and do y'all trolling, man. Okay, it's me. Okay, bro, I'm your neighbor. Okay, if you my neighbor, then tell me what color car I drive. You know what I'm saying? That means you see me. You know what I'm saying? It's me. If you my neighbor, what color car I drive, man? Yeah, but yeah, like I say, man, we just on here talking about stock and we just brainstorming, man. I got some people in the comments. They trolling, man. They bored tonight, man. But yeah, I just let them do what they do, man. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Show your boy some love, man. And if you watching this channel from and you're not in California, man, put your city up there or put your state up there, man, so I give y'all a shout out. But like I said, man, I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit more of my story, man. It's I was coming home watching Kathleen Woods, and Kathleen Woods was talking about disruptive technologies, and she was more just explaining that how she feel that the electric car industry is gonna really cripple the oil industry. She, talked about that Tesla is not just a car company. Kathleen Woods, she went into genome technology and gene sequencing, the CRISPR gene sequencing. So CRISPR is a company that she want you to really pay attention to, and she just got into a lot of different conversations just about a lot of companies that she feel is going to just disrupt the order of things when it comes to investing on the stock market. She talked about the banking system, how um, companies like Cash App and Square is going to disrupt the banking industry because, to be honest with you, when she said that, it kind of triggered me because I thought to myself that, my oldest son, I have a son that's 16 and I have one that's 12, they both use Cash App, and if they're not using Cash App, they're using Apple Pay. So, a lot of us, we really have the secret to how to make a lot of money on the stock market because we the ones that have boots on the ground and we're actually, living with our kids and we're seeing what they're most comfortable with doing. And to be honest with you, I be around my boys every day. We go in and out of stores and stuff like that. And I can tell you right now that they're more comfortable with pulling out their phone and paying for something or using a Cash App card, even when they have money in their pocket. And a lot of their friends do the same. We might take trips and stuff like that, and it might be a hot day after a football game or something. They play a 7-on-7 tournament, and I got four of his friends in the car with us, and we'll stop at 7-Eleven to get Slurpees, and those kids will walk in there, and probably all of them have cash in their pocket, and they all will either pay with their Apple Pay or pay with their Cash App card and walk right out the store. A lot of these kids are not even using cash. A lot of these teenagers that's in high school, they're not using cash. So as older people, we have to look at that's the future. The kids are the future, and they are the future investors. So if the kids are not comfortable with using cash, then we have to look at these other payment platforms and realize that these companies are going to be gigantic, because my youngest son is 13 and he's using a Cash App card. And these kids really don't like to use cash. They like to use card or pay with their phone. So, we have to definitely understand that the cash payment system is eventually going to be obsolete. And when that market gets disrupted, that means another market must emerge. And when that other market emerge, that's where the investor, like my boy said down there, when you get in early, that's when you see a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 fold on your money when you get into stocks early like that. So I feel like just this disruptive technology, just listening to Kathleen Woods talk about how Cash App and Square and companies like that are going to disrupt these financial institutions. It kind of really caught my eye and caught my ear, because I watch my youngest son and my older son use Apple Pay and Cash App all the time. So that really caught my ear. And then when she talked about the electric car industry disrupting the oil companies, and then she talked about how genome therapy and DNA sequencing is going to disrupt the medical industry. And a lot of that stuff I was hearing her talking, and it was kind of like really just, it wasn't just going in one ear and out the other. I was really listening to Kathleen Woods, and I really thought to myself that, Tesla is not just a car company. Just the stuff that she's saying. Tesla is not just a car company. Tesla make cars. They have an energy storage business. They sell battery packs that you could put in your house to store energy. They are a technology company. And I didn't know Tesla make their own chips like Nvidia. It's a lot of things Tesla's doing. So when you look at Tesla and you start to look at this company from a market cap standpoint, and look at this company from all the areas they're going to start generating money, to buy a share of Tesla for $225 right now is almost a robbery. That's almost a robbery, man. To get Tesla stock right now at $225 a share, man, eventually that stock is going to rise up so high the average person can't even afford one. So when you see a company like Tesla, what car company makes money selling cars, makes money storing energy, makes money selling batteries, makes money selling chips, makes money selling electric diesels. You know, just I mean Tesla, they got the rocket, they make rockets for NASA. I mean Tesla, the car company, and Elon Musk them are making money five, six, seven, eight different directions. When he get all of those companies at full circle, man, Tesla stock is going to be so high you can't even afford one. It's going to be like Amazon used to be. You get on there, Amazon shares was $2,800 a share, $3,200 a share. You can't even afford a share. And when you see a company like Tesla, I want to get in when a company's $223 a share and get me about 50, 100 shares if I can. Then when that stock is $3,700 a share, I'm sitting handsomely. And that's how my mind works, man. And that's why I say the Aaron L show. I hope a lot of you guys like this channel, man. Give me more than 9 likes. I appreciate you guys. I got on here tonight because this is going to be a regular routine. We're going to go live every night. I kind of really want to have a drink tonight while I go live, but I work tomorrow. I'm a Class A truck driver, so I don't drink when I know I gotta work the next day. But Saturday night when I go live, I'm definitely gonna have some Hennessy in here, and we gonna get it turned up real big, man. But I'm gonna make sure I start writing me a script so that I can come on here and be very professional for you guys and have some type of informative information. But like I said, I'm about to get ready to get off this live, but I just want to go over what I went over throughout the live today. And I got on this live to talk about Kathleen Woods, which is one of my favorite investors. And she talked about disruptive technology in the financial industry. She feels like Cash App and Square, companies like that, are going to disrupt the banking industry and the financial industry. She feels like Tesla is more than just a car company. She feel like genome therapy and gene sequencing and CRISPR technology is going to disrupt the medical industry. And she went down the line on a lot of different things that she feel, and Warren Buffett, he just one of those guys that I listen to because he's an older man, and he just calm and collective, and he just tell you, when you invest in a company, you almost investing in it for the rest of your life. You only pull the money out here and there to take profits, or to move it elsewhere because you see something that's just too good to pass up. But I love listening to Warren Buffett when I'm taking long rides. I love to find interviews on YouTube where he's talking for 30, 40, 50 minutes, man, and I'll just ride and listen to him talk the whole time, and I really just enjoy his energy, and I just enjoy his thinking. But Warren Buffett, him and Kathleen Woods are two different type of investors. Warren Buffett, he's the safe and sturdy investor, and Kathleen Woods, she's a little risky, but she's a risk taker, but she definitely make calculated moves. And one thing about Kathleen Woods, when she's a forward thinker too, but when Kathleen Woods invests in a stock, if that stock hit like she think it's gonna hit, it's gonna be massive. That's one thing I know about Kathleen Woods. She's gonna invest in 5 or 6 companies, and she's probably gonna take a loss on 4 of them. But the two she won on is gonna pay handsomely. That four she lost on is gonna be nothing to the two she won on. And I like the way she invests, and I like how smart she talks, and everything she says makes sense, So them are the people that I idolize when I look at the stock market. And I know sometimes I might get on here and I put my reels on there. I might get on here sometimes with my dog Tyree, man. Shout out to Tyree if you watch me, big dog. That's my dog. Um, I wouldn't went live with you tonight, man, but I kind of was like, I'm gonna just do the stock market tonight, man. I didn't know how you felt about that. I didn't want you to say, "Oh, he done switched up on me." Nah, but I just want to. My channel gonna be all over the place until I find my angle. But tonight I want to talk about stocks because I was coming home watching Kathleen Woods and thought about Warren Buffett. I got paid. I got a couple of extra dollars, and I want to put about 250, 300 on the stock market, and I'm gonna buy me about 23 shares of Rivian. And I'm not even gonna think about playing, not even investing in options, man. I'm just gonna take my 300 when it get on E Trade. I'm gonna push my 22 shares or 23 shares of Rivian, and I'm gonna just log out, and I'm not even gonna think about it, man. Start investing my money smart. Start being smart. I'm tired of being broke. I get up and I go to work every day, and I work hard, and after I take care of my family and take care of my bills, man, I'm broke. I'm not saving anything. I have a 401k at my job, but besides that, I want to be able to invest on E Trade myself, even though I have a 401k. I want to be able to move the money around how I see fit. 401k Fidelity, they moving the money around for me smart. They're calculated. They make the right moves for you. They're not gonna put your money on there and just let it go to waste. But at the same time, I want to be able to be disciplined enough to where I could do the research on companies. I could go to YouTube University, and I could pay attention to how the stock market is moving, and I could be a forward thinker, and I could catch a wave, because I wish I caught Tesla when I first seen General Motors change that company in Fremont from General Motors to Tesla. Man, I wish I would have saw that company. I missed a tidal wave. I missed a tidal wave, man. If I'd have put $1,000 in that right then, that thousand probably be at least 30 something easy. You know what I mean? So yeah, this the Aaron L show. I'm down to two people watching. So we gonna go on and end it, man. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Whoever stuck with me to the end, man, I appreciate you guys. This is the Aaron L show. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, man. And shout out to you, L Pincho Nemo. Cash is king, man. You absolutely right, man. Cash is gonna be king to the day we turn back to dust. I appreciate you guys for the 10th like. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man. I'm gonna go live around about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Hopefully, I have a hot topic for you guys to chime in. But this weekend, man, I'm definitely gonna have the Hennessy lit, and we're gonna be turned up in the building. I'm off work on Saturdays, man, so we gonna jump on early and we gonna get lit. Let's go with it, man. Aaron L Show. Like, comment, subscribe.